Okay, everyone, please stand. Leah between the prayer. Amen. Okay, but before that, to speak of some teaser of believers and arrangers. Okay, please settle down. Are you okay now? Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am. Again, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am. Okay, I think everyone is ready, but before that, let's have our classroom rules. So, our classroom rules. First is to listen. You have to listen to me and your classmates in everything that they do or everything that I do. Next is participate. Of course, you have to participate so that you can have additional points or extra points for every activity that you will do. And then respect everyone because respect begets respect. Okay, very good. So are you ready for our activity? Yes, ma'am. Again, are you ready for our activity? Yes, ma'am. Okay, I think everyone is ready. So here is our first activity. Please read, everyone. Picture word, please. Okay, so here are the instructions. Please read. The teacher will present a picture. Learners will be given 20 seconds to look and analyze. After the timer, the learners will write down every word that comes to your mind based on the picture. It could be things they see or actions related to the image and other observations. Random students will share these remarks after. Are the instructions clear? Yes, ma'am. No other questions related to our activity? Okay, so here are the guide questions first. You may take down the questions. So later, after I will present the teacher, you will have an idea or what questions you will answer. Okay, that. So here is the question. So 20 seconds is done. So let's have a volunteer to answer the guide questions. Here are the guide questions. So I think Apple is raising her hand. So what is your idea, Apple? After looking at the picture, the first thing that comes to my mind is this. So why do you think so? I think this is because despite of the different one part of the virus is exactly before the okay, very good, Apple. Please give Apple a surge. Okay, very good. So I think everyone is ready to have our lesson for today. So what do you think is our lesson based on the answer of Apple or based on this picture? Okay, I think Jennifer is raising her hand. So based on our topic for today is about curriculum education. Okay, very good. Please give Jennifer a round of applause. Okay, thank you, Jennifer. So Jennifer is right. Our lesson for today is all about the curriculum and indigenization. So here is our learning objectives for today. So everyone, please read. At the end of this discussion, the students should be able to describe curriculum indigenization and its significance in the curriculum development. Create a graphic organizer showing the importance of the curriculum indigenization, illustrating how it enhances cultural relevance, inclusivity, knowledge preservation, and community connection in education. Demonstrate collaborative behavior and critical thinking skills in group discussions. Okay, thank you. So we have our learning objectives. So for now, let's have another activity to delve deeper into what is curriculum indigenization. So are you ready? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so here is our next activity. It is titled Riddle Me This, Riddle Me That. So here are the instructions. Please read. The teacher a riddle aloud and display it at the same time. Think carefully and analyze the riddle in order to answer correctly. You will be given 10 seconds to answer the riddle. Okay, are you ready? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so here is our first riddle. Please read. I laid a path that minds will tread, in classrooms where ideas are spread. With structure, knowledge starts to grow. What am I that helps you know? Okay. What do you think is the answer for our first riddle? Okay, yeah, what is your answer? So, as what I have understand the riddle, I think it's curriculum. So, let's see if the answer is curriculum. Okay, very good. So, for this riddle, the answer is curriculum. Our next riddle is, please read. I honor roots and ancient ways, bringing cultures into modern ways. From the land, the voice is rise, and my work is to recognize. What am I that helps the past remain, while blending with today's domain? So, what do you think is the answer for this riddle? Okay, please raise your hand. Okay, Jennifer, what is your answer? I think answer to that is indigenization. Indigenization. So let's see if the answer is indigenization. Okay, very good. The answer for this riddle is indigenization. Let's have the other riddle. No, we done. Okay, so please read the riddle. I stand in the way, I block the road, creating obstacles, making life slow. Through you push, you struggle to fight. I stop your progress day or night. What am I that hinders you? Yet can be overcome if you pursue. Okay, so what do you think? The answer? Barrier. Okay, so the answer for this riddle is barrier. Next, let's have another riddle. Read, everyone. Read. I shape the lessons that pass the flow, ensuring knowledge continues to grow. I craft the plans and set the stage for learners to unlock each stage. Who am I behind the scenes, designing paths for future dreams? What do you think is the answer for this riddle? Just raise your hand so that I can acknowledge your answer. Okay, Jean? I think it's curriculum developer. Curriculum developer. So, let's see. Okay, very good. So, for this riddle, the answer is curriculum developer. We are now done with our activity. So, for our next activity, let's have mock laydown. Okay, class, are you still good? Are you still good, class? Yes. Okay, since yes, let's go to our next activity. So please read. Discovering the importance of curriculum in indigenization. Alright, for the instructions and what is read. The class will be divided in 4 groups. Their task is to create a graphic organizer. Each group will be assigned one of the following topics. Group 1, enhancing cultural awareness and pride among students. Group 2, promoting inclusivity in education. Group 3, preserving indigenous knowledge and traditions. Group 4, strengthening community connection through education. Each group will have 5 minutes to research their topic online, finding 2 to 3 key points or examples that explain how it connects to the curriculum in indigenization. Groups will categorize their findings on Manila paper, filling in these sections. 1. Connection to curriculum in indigenization. 2. Importance in education today. After completing the graphic organizer, groups will discuss their findings and finalize their presentation. The teacher will choose instructions are clear? Yes, ma'am. Do you have any questions regarding the instructions? None, ma'am. Okay, none. So here's the rubric. For the mastery of the topic, we have 3 points. For the delivery and presentation of the topic, we have 3 points. And for the cooperation, 8 points. So I want you to go to your respective groups. Okay, silently. Okay, give my class to everyone. And I have seen that all of you collaborate well with this activity, but to dig deeper and understand what is our topic for today, we will be having our next activity. Please read. Cultural stories and traditions. And for the instructions, and we read. The class will be divided into 2 groups. Each group will have a photo of indigenous people's cultural practices. Each group will research their assigned practice using phones in 3 minutes. All members must participate. No extensions. Research details. What is a cultural practice shown? Its significance to the community and related stories or legends. Each group will create a short story or skit based on the cultural practice or tradition they research. It should document indigenous communities' practices and values, include a moral lesson to the story. The groups will perform the skits for the class. Rubrics will be provided for carrying. Alright, then class, you have 3 minutes to Rosalie and Bernard. So do you have any questions regarding our activity? Okay, none here are great. We have the mastery of the topic, 3 points. The delivery and presentation of the topic, we have 3 points, and for the cooperation, still 3 points. So now we can go to your groups. Right, so all of you happy? Perfect score. Now, to understand more what is curriculum indigenization, we will have Miss Jennifer to explain. Okay, so once again. Good afternoon, okay, to further understand what is curriculum indigenization, everyone please read. Curriculum indigenization refers to the process of integrating indigenous or local culture, traditions, and practices into educational contexts. Now, reason what you have read. What does it mean? Yes, Ara. I think not that in curriculum indigenization, right, it is a process na mag-integrate o mga subjects good sa school para mas masabtalan o kung sa mga culture and practices and traditions sa mga indigenous or sa mga local mga communities. Like, for example, na subject like 12, like indigenous people's community. So you mentioned about Gen 12. So what did you do in that specific subject or course? In that specific course, we have discussed like sa mga traditions and culture and practices, like may practices. Okay, thank you so much. Any other idea? None? Okay, so curriculum indigenization is about integrating indigenous or local cultures. So anyone, kasi mga so does anyone have any idea or anyone have an example of local culture, indigenous culture? Yes, Indigenous. Another. Yes, Leia. So does it depict something? Yes. It depicts your culture and roots. Okay, that's right. So now, curriculum indigenization have key elements, including first, everyone see, inclusion of indigenous knowledge, incorporating traditional knowledge systems, environmental practices, and oral histories. Next. Okay, so the first key elements of curriculum indigenization is inclusion of indigenous knowledge. So, in your subject, Gen 10, I think in Arabella said, yes, Gen 12. What are the knowledge that the teacher imparted you? Yes, Leia. During our summer class, we have about the mga laws, mga indigenous people, like the culture, and also the traditions that you have to follow until now according to the and also, ito si Bigla ko na teach sa mga students currently. Yes, that's correct. So the education incorporates indigenous knowledge of their systems and laws. For us, the local and other local communities is aware of their beliefs, their laws, so that no one is so that no one will be harmed. Next, we have contextualized relevance. Everyone is free. Contextual relevance, making learning materials applicable to the local community, social, cultural, and environmental context. What does it mean? Yes, Ara. So I think in the contextual relevance, they use the like mga available resources that we have in our community para na ay jobs or na ay pagkakitaan ng mga indigenous people or the local people in our community. How about in education? What are the local communities na mga socio-cultural environmental context na ina-include in education? Yes, ako. Educational settings of contextual relevance is the teacher is integrating something relevant sa mga indigenous peoples. For example, if magbawas sila ng drawing or poster making, they are encouraging everyone to use the patterns of the indigenous peoples. Also, we mentioned that the materials are makakabalo rin ang indigenous peoples na relevant din sila because nakabalo sila ang mga gamit ng text na ginagamit sa school. So, they feel na influence sa education. Yes, that's right. So thank you for those ideas. So those are the first two key elements of curriculum indigenization. So what are those? Inclusion of indigenous knowledge and contextual learning. Okay, now for the next key elements, Matt Apple will be the one to discuss. So thank you very much, Jen. So Mom Jennifer already discussed to you the first two key elements of curriculum indigenization. So first, now let's study or let's discuss the other key elements. So for now, we have the third one, the cultural responsiveness and history, ensuring cultural responsiveness, ensuring that instructional methods respect and honor indigenous cultural practices. Okay, for the word itself, from the definition itself, cultural responsiveness, it is ensuring that the instructional methods or the materials that we use in educational settings are shows respect and honor the indigenous cultural practices. For example, we cannot integrate something if something from indigenous people community if hindi ka mananisi, right? So we have to respect them by giving them communicate sa sila. So for that, if nasulit sila, ang materials is gonna be used in educational setting, then it is cultural responsiveness. Now for the fourth key element, it is the community engagement. Is involving local elders, leaders, and cultural experts in developing and validating the curriculum. Of course, community composes of different types of roles. So for that, if we want to include the indigenous peoples in the curriculum, we also have to involve the local elders, the leaders, the cultural experts, to ensure that while the develop sa curriculum is the indigenous community in order for all of the actions taken in education relevant sa ila or connected sa ila is rich and respectful. Now, for the fifth key element of the curriculum indigenization, we have the language preservation. Language preservation is encouraging the use of indigenous language alongside national or global languages. Now, when we say the language, what comes into your mind? Indigenous languages, what comes into your mind? Or what does indigenous languages defense? Yes. For me, if you say indigenous languages, it talks about like an ilahan like something na cannot understand pero within the community they can understand about their about how it is used. How about what is the use of language? Second point, I think the use of the languages for the community. For that, we know what is language and what is the purpose of language, right? For this language preservation, we have to preserve their language, not because it is the form of communication only, but because language serves as their identity. So if we say that the language of your Anandaya, you're a part of Manugo, yung mga ano is ma-identify ko, nandaya ko because I have this kind of language. So, wala din ang dako role na play ang language sa kanila. So, for now, sa education naman, if we want to, as curriculum indigenization, we want to preserve the language na hindi nila malinda kung insasa nila or hindi nila makatakan ng ilang identity. But we have to preserve their language in order for them to be included and also for them makapili sila na they are respected in educational setting. Now, for the next key elements will be discussed to you by teacher Anthony.
Okay, thank you so much, Teacher Amal. Now, let's discuss the significance of curriculum indigenization in curriculum development. So first, read the first bullet.
Promotes cultural identity. It fosters connection to their heritage.
So in what way that curriculum indigenization fosters or promotes cultural identity? Anyone? Yes, Ms. Apple.
So one of the key elements of curriculum indigenization is language preservation. So with that key element, we can promote cultural identity because their identity through language is preserved.
Okay, thank you so much for that. For the second, please read the second bullet.
Enhance relevance. Makes education more relatable.
So in what way we can make our education more relatable? Anyone? Okay, Ms. Marabella.
I think in making education more relatable type, it indicates mga practices sa mga communities which are kanang known sa ato or kabalo ta how we can do that kanang specific na mga practices. So I think in that way, it makes the education more relatable.
Okay, exactly. So thank you so much, Ms. Marabella. So exactly, we can make education more relatable if we incorporate or integrate local practices into our education. Now the third bullet, can you please read everyone?
Preserves indigenous knowledge, protects traditional knowledge systems and cultural practices.
So what are some examples of activity or situation in which our traditional knowledge can be altered? Anyone who would like to answer? Okay, Ms. Arabella.
For example, I think in the way na, di ba, like, ang mga indigenous people, in nasa silang community, isa na sila out of practices, mga traditions, however, like, sometimes, mag-visit sila sa atin ng mga places, tapos, mas maano na sila ako mga practices doon, na hindi, nalahi sa ilang community, so, I think in that sense, mawala ang ilang like mga traditional food nila mga knowledge.
Okay, very good. So I think you are pertaining to culture shock. So kumbaga, when some tribes or group of indigenous people, when they migrate to a certain place, they will have a so-called culture shock because there are new practices that are different from their practices nga nakasanayan nila sila ang lugar. Now, so the fourth significance of curriculum development, that please read.
Empowers communities, involves local voices in shaping education to meet community needs.
In what way do you think that curriculum indigenization empowers or empower communities? Yes, Ms.
I
Apple.
think it can empower communities by simply having this inclusivity or inclusivity in education, which will involve the practices of different communities, then their voices is here, or their practices are aware of the practices, aware of the laws, so we can make respect or tama ang mga because we know or we are aware of the differences. So with that, we understand what are the differences of different people, we can empower communities, especially Indigenous.
Can you please give an example of activity that empowers communities or like school initiatives?
So one example is analyzing sa mga Indigenous people's learning, especially sa mga student in the part sila sa Indigenous people is nagawa at nag-develop sila ng mga seminars so that after mga Filipino sa IB group is aware sila, share sila sa knowledge about sila.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Apple. And the last one is encourage inclusivity, recognizes diverse perspectives. So, how do you define inclusivity? Yes, Ms. Arabella.
So I think it encourages inclusivity because the education now are the makita nila yung mga different perspectives like of mga people involved in making the curriculum or in integrating curriculum development. So in that way, it will dagdag mga traditions or dagdag mga community mga well at integrate ito as a curriculum.
My question is, how do you define inclusivity?
So I define inclusivity is if you respect them and you understand how or what they are. That's
Okay,
how I
thank you so
define
much.
it.
What about you, Ms. Apple?
So I define inclusivity as despite the differences, we find ways na interact with each other, choose the mutual respect, and also give recognizes or kabalot ka sa mga different perspective niya. Even if we know that their perspective are different from us, their culture are different from us, they still manage to fit in sa society. So that is what it is.
Okay, thank you so much. I guess you are all knowledgeable in our topic. So let's give 5 claps to everyone. So again, what are the significance, or what are the 5 significance of curriculum indigenization in curriculum development?
Promotes cultural identity, enhances relevance, preserves indigenous knowledge, empowers communities, and encourages inclusivity.
Okay, that's right. Indeed, curriculum indigenization is very vital in incorporating in our educational system as it helps or as it promotes an equitable, respectful, and inclusive